I mean, so if we were to go against what every species tries to do,
Sunflower, I appreciate you for the rose. I got a question for you. Is infertility immoral?
well, infertility is a medical condition. Is homosexuality a medical
Well, I mean, you
condition?
didn't really answer my question because that's kind of a
Well, no,
non-answer. So answer it again. Is infertility immoral?
you're comparing infertility to
I'm not,
homosexuality.
I haven't drawn a comparison at all yet. I'm just asking you a simple question. Is infertility immoral?
Infertility, I guess, is not immoral.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we look at it in this same sense, so you said that homosexuality is immoral because it goes against this natural order
Oh,
of
so you're
things.
just
Because of
comparing
every 1 second,
bisexuality.
I'm gonna just go ahead and mute you while I finish this statement. So yeah, so you said that homosexuality is immoral because it goes against the natural order of things. In the sense, if everyone was homosexual, there'd be like bones in 100 years. Well, in the same sense, we'd also have to deem infertility as immoral because, well, it would go against the same natural order. Because if everyone was infertile, there'd obviously be no one here in 100 years. So, you have a logical contradiction in that sense, Mr. Enzo.
Well, you kind of have a contradiction in that sense because in that case, then homosexuality is being compared to a medical condition. Then we can say homosexuality is that a medical condition?
Yeah, so that's just going to be a difference between them. It's just a non-relevant difference.
Well, there is a big difference because you're comparing a medical condition to someone's sexual orientation. That does not make
Right,
sense.
because that's the point of an analogy, right? So we take two things that are not the same, but have the similar logical components within any given context, right? That's what the Socratic method is. So I'm not drawing like a complete parallel between homosexuality and infertility. I'm drawing the parallel in the context of your argument because they would yield the same outcome if everyone were them. So if everyone were gay, we'd only see bones in 100 years. If everyone was infertile, we'd see bones in 100 years, and that's all that matters, right? So like when you point out differences like, oh, one's a medical condition, or one's this, one's that, one's this, one's that, one's this, and one's that, it doesn't matter because in the context of this argument, they're logically analogous in the sense that they yield the same conclusion.
Speak now because I listen.
I mean, I was just denoting the fact that you pointed out an irrelevant distinction, right? So like there's distinctions that can exist in the confines of an analogy that don't bear any relevance on like how analogous they are or like, you know, the outcomes of them. It's just an irrelevant difference between the two things. One's a medical condition, one isn't. Sure, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, can you define normalcy? Can you define the word normal?
Yeah, normal. I mean, when I think of the word normal, I just typically say what would constitute like the majority or what is typical.
So, what is normal in sexuality?
Being straight.
Being straight.
Like it's like you know like we observe like majority of people
What
being
is the
straight.
opposite? Wait. What is the opposite of the word normal?
Well, I'd say atypical.
Abnormal.
I mean, I like to talk
Abnormal.
into degrees of typicality because I feel like they convey like the purpose of the word better.
Abnormal.
I'd say that
If you look up
homosexuality is definitely
synonyms-
like atypical. Like it's not typical to be homosexual.
Well, no, we're going back to abnormal. Abnormal
Becky,
is
thank you
literally
so much for the
antonym
train.
word normal.
Thank you so much for the train, Becky.
Abnormal.
Yeah, I like to use the words
Antonym.
typical and atypical
Normal.
better because
So-
they better
so
convey the principle. But it's whatever.
If normality in sexuality is being straight, would anything other than that be abnormal?
Well, yeah, right. So I never made the claim that like homosexuality wasn't atypical.
Okay. So
I don't
would
think that like
people
I don't think something having an atypical nature would constitute it as being wrong. Like for example, do you think that like having red hair is wrong?
It's abnormal.
Is it wrong?
Red hair is right? That's a better question.
No, answer my question. Is having red hair wrong?
In what standpoint? Morally?
Well, it just seems as if you're trying to make an argument to say that homosexuality is like, well, I'm gonna finish talking here. You just don't know how to not talk over me. So you're making the argument that it's wrong because it's atypical, or in other words, because only about 20% of individuals are non-straight, it's wrong. Well, this same logical principle is gonna like call a lot of things wrong. For example, there's actually like more men that are gay than men that are over 6 foot tall. So if you're like, it's wrong to be gay because it's abnormal, well, then it's gonna have to be more wrong to be a man over 6 foot tall because it's more abnormal. We're also going to see other traits such as like red hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes. Becky, thank you so much for the $20 over Venmo, Becky. Or like having a shoe size over 8 as a man or being over 6 foot tall. So, I mean, we just see that this principle of calling something immoral because of its atypical nature is kind of redundant.
Okay, I still don't get exactly what point you're trying to argue because you keep swaying between different arguments and you're not sticking.
That was a response to your argument. Wait, wait, who's swaying? Wait, no. We just completely got off topic and you told me it's wrong because it's abnormal or atypical?
You kind of don't let people speak, bro.
Wait, is your argument that it's wrong to be gay because it's atypical?
We were talking about a red head, somebody having a red head first.
Yeah, it's more atypical than homosexuality.
Exactly. So when you said, is it wrong, in what standpoint? Morally, it's not wrong. It's not wrong to have red hair morally, but could it be wrong in a certain situation? If you're in a corporate environment and you go to a job interview with red head, that can be constituted as wrong.
How so?
You not get the job.
Lindsay, thank you so much for the $20 Cash App, Lindsay. Thank you so much. How is it wrong to have red hair?
Capacity of normal. If someone with a face tattoo conducts an interview and someone without a face tattoo conducts an interview,
is it wrong to be white?
Will be the one without the face tattoo will be more likely to be hired.
Is it wrong to be white?
Is it wrong to be white? How does that? Now we just compared race, hair.
I'm giving you an analogy. Can you please answer my question? Is it wrong to be white?
You don't answer my questions half the time.
Dude, can you answer the question, Enzo? Is it wrong to be white?
Is it wrong to be white? Is it wrong?
Whatever sense of the word that Enzo, is it wrong to be white?
Is it wrong to be alive? These are pointless questions. I don't get.
Bro, this is not a pointless question. I will show you the analogy if you actually answer it. So, is it wrong to be white?
You're obviously not going to say it's wrong to be white. That'll be retarded.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously. Okay. So Enzo, we can't use that word. I appreciate you for coming out, man.
I apologize.
So I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and respond to his point, but unfortunately, he did use a slur. So, anyways, just to respond to his argument real quick, we did remove him because he did use a slur. But just to respond to his argument real quick, so he was saying it's wrong to be homosexual in the sense that it's abnormal. Well, it's also abnormal to be white, globally speaking, because the majority of people are not white. So, I mean, obviously he just said it's not wrong to be white, even though it would be abnormal in the same sense that homosexuality would be. And that would just be a logical contradiction of his argument. So anyways, we're going to go and get our next guest up in here, you guys. If we're enjoying the debate so far, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 150,000 likes here, y'all. But we're going to go to get our next guest up in here right now, you guys. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here right now. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
57.
57. Sweet man, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Well, I say it's a bit beta. I don't have a problem with it if it's lesbians. And I really, they use the term top.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he was trolling. It's a bit beta. I think he's just trolling. We're going to go to get our next guest up in here right now, y'all. Let's get into what Michael Williams has to say. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Sweet man, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I don't actually, but let me just say,
sweet man, unfortunately,
watching the
homie,
stream, please just let people speak and don't speak over other people.
Unfortunately, homie, I'm only talking to individuals that disagree with me. I appreciate you for coming up. We're going to go to talk to our next guest. Let's go to see what Gavin has to say. I do appreciate you for coming up, though, man. All right, our next guest is loading in right now. We got to go to give him a second here. All right, Gavin is not loading in. All right, moving on to our next guest here. Let's go to see what YZ Vibes has to say. By the way, if we are in the guest request, guys, make sure we are of age, and we do think that being gay is wrong or immoral, y'all. What's up? How old are you? Hello? L stage fried in the chat, y'all. L stage fried in the chat. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our next guest, Riley, up in here right now. And all 2.5 thousand of you guys, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen. And also, I appreciate all of you guys' insane support over the Venmo and the Cash App so far tonight. What's up, Riley? How old are you?
19.
19, sweet. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah, it's immoral.
Okay, why?
Because God says in the Bible that he created man and woman, and he did that for a reason.
Okay, so yeah, which verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality? Or says that it's a sin?
The 10 Commandments.
Yeah, which one of the 10 Commandments condemns homosexuality?
You could go look that up if you wanted to read the Bible.
I have read the Bible, and I do know the 10 Commandments, and none of them condemn homosexuality. Let's go ahead and see if you have biblical knowledge. What are the first 4 books of the New Testament?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay, so you know the first 4 books of the New Testament, so you should be able to tell me which one of the 10 Commandments says that homosexuality is wrong.
It doesn't say homosexuality.
I know, it doesn't. None of the 10 Commandments condemn homosexuality.
It doesn't state it, but he created man and woman and said that they need to be with each other.
Yeah, where does he say this? In the Bible,
Dude,
what verse?
I ain't just gonna throw up random verses. I don't have them all in my head. They're
Okay,
not
so then
all
how do you know that he said this? Like, where does he say that man and a woman have to be together under your worldview?
in the Bible, dude.
Yeah, like which verse?
Well, let's just say I'm sitting here right now and I don't have my Bible open. I
Okay.
did not. I did not.
We'll just
read it
go off of the
yesterday.
Ten Commandments. I mean, yeah, you don't seem to like know a verse. That's right. We'll just go off of the Ten Commandments. So, so you hold to the Ten Commandments?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like okay to own slaves and like whip them and shit?
No.
Wait, why? That's a contradiction because the Ten Commandments are in Exodus, and then Exodus 21 says that you could own slaves and hurt them. So you're kind of cherry picking out of your own Bible at this point.
Actually, that was back in those days, and it did not say that it was right. God did not say it was right.
Yeah, no, God says in Exodus 21 that you could whip your slaves. You can
No.
harm them. You can hurt them. Yes, yes, he does. He says Exodus 21, 20 through 21. He says that you can. He says that you can harm your slaves. Yes, he does. It's a text in the Bible. Go read it, buddy.
He says you can harm them for no reason.
Yeah, he says that you can harm them.
Not righteous.
No, he says that you can. He says you can harm or heart. You can harm your slaves. Yes. In Exodus 21.
Okay.
Right. So, Gabriella, thank you so much for that, a mustache. So when you say like it's like Ten Commandments and Ten Commandments, and which would dictate homosexuality as being immoral. First of all, I disagree with the premise that the Ten Commandments do state that.
So,
but then one second, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm really not done. Can I finish my statement?
Yeah.
So first of all, I disagree with the premise that like like the Ten Commandments do condemn homosexuality. But then even apart from that, if you do hold to the Ten Commandments, and then you also would not find it permissible to like say beat a slave as long as they survived after a couple of days, well then you'd be just cherry picking out of the Old Testament, and cherry picking is inherently like logically fallacious because Exodus 21 does state that God finds it to be permissible to like harm or whip slaves as long as they don't die in 2 days.
I think that verse can be taken out of context very easily.
Go read it.
Riley.
Riley, go read it. No. It states very specifically in Exodus 21
I know,
that it is
but
permissible to whip your slaves, to harm them as long as they survive after 2 days. Do your research. Actually read the text of the Bible first. That is exactly what it says, Riley. And you are inherently cherry picking out of the Bible when you try to
cherry-picking.
justify. Yes, you are.
This is-
Because you said
no,
that you
this
hold
is
to 1 second.
punishment.
Because you said that you hold. Holy shit! Blindside with the Leon the Kitten. Blindside, thank you so much for the Leon the Kitten Blindside. I really appreciate it. W Blindside's in the chat. Thank you so much. So yes, once again, your problem is you're saying that the Ten Commandments say homosexuality wrong, right? But the Ten Commandments are in Exodus.
Hey,
Right?
there's a few people in the chats that put the verses that you might need to look at. Actually,
What verses and for what?
Leviticus 18.
Yeah, what does Leviticus
22.
18 say?
I don't know. They put it up there, so might want to read it.
This is your argument, man. So why is it wrong to be gay?
It's wrong to be gay because God created man and woman. He didn't create men, and He didn't create women and women. He created man and women to reproduce, so there's more people.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. Yeah, so is it wrong for me to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman?
Is it wrong for you to marry an infertile woman?
Yeah, marry and engage in intercourse with her?
No, not if you're married.
Right, so here's a contradiction. Because you basically just said it's wrong to be gay because if you are gay, you can't, like, reproduce. However, it is not wrong to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman, even though that would also lead to no
where you're going
reproduction.
with this, and that is wrong because miracles can happen, and if she is labeled infertile or whatever, I know people that were labeled infertile and still ended up having kids.
Yeah, so why can't a miracle happen on a gay couple to make them to have kids?
Because that's not how it works.
Yeah, why is that not? What's the relevant distinction between a miracle happening on a woman born without a uterus and a man that was born without a uterus?
Dude, because a man and a man can't make a baby. It doesn't work.
Right, and then a woman without a uterus cannot make a baby either, right? But then, like, your response to that was basically, well, a miracle can happen. So yeah, why can't a God make a miracle?
Not all women that are infertile don't have a uterus, dude.
Right, so we're specifically talking about an instance where a woman is infertile because she doesn't have a uterus.
You get really specific with all your.
It's just an analogy, right?
Contradictions and analogies are so.
What's the contradiction here? What's the P and not P?
No, I'm saying the contradictions you were using against me, but
right. So is it wrong for me to marry and engage in intercourse with a woman that's infertile and she doesn't have a uterus?
No, it's not wrong because
right. So what we see is that will also yield no reproduction.
It's still a woman.
Right. It is a woman, but like, see, the relevant distinction is that you said man on man is wrong because it could not prelude to reproduction. So under the same logical pretext, you'd also have to say that men on infertile woman is wrong because it would yield that same conclusion. If your mom was infertile, you wouldn't be here in the same way if your mom was gay. If everyone on the earth was infertile,
if my mom was labeled infertile, I still could be here.
No, if your mom was infertile, you would not be here.
Yeah, but being infertile is a label. That is not.
We're not talking about like that. No. We're talking about a woman that does not bear or have the necessary means to reproduce. So if your mom did not have the necessary means to reproduce, then she would have not have been able to reproduce and have had you.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So therefore, right, under your same logic, that would be wrong or immoral for your dad to marry her or for her to exist, right? Because you're saying that it's wrong to be homosexual because they lack the ability to reproduce in the context of homosexual intercourse, right?
That's not the only reason it's immoral.
Okay, so, all right, so I've shown the contradiction in that reason, so would you like to concede on that reason and go on to the next one? Rainbow, Roasted, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. So what's your next reason?
My next reason is that I know it says in the Bible, I cannot tell you what verse it is off the top of my head, but I know it says in there that you are not supposed to be with another man.
Right. So I'm just going to give you your homework, Riley. So like, this is the thing. I can't debate with you if you're just making baseless claims. So you're just basically saying, I know it says it in there, so therefore it must be wrong. I'm going to give you some homework. I want you to go read these verses. One second. I'm going to, then if you read it, tell me which verse.
Dude, I can't because it's not off the top of my head.
Maddie, I appreciate Emma, I appreciate the $2 over.
Hey, I got a question.
So I'm gonna give you some homework, and then I'm gonna have you come back. Right? I'm gonna give you some homework, and then I'm gonna have you come back. So Leviticus 18:22, Leviticus 20:13, Genesis 18 or 19, Romans 1 Corinthians 6-9, and 1 Timothy. Right? So there's 6 verses right there. I want you to go read those all, and then I want you to hop back in the guest requests. And as soon as you actually have the prerequisite knowledge necessary to engage in a debate on why this is wrong because of specific verses in the Bible, we can actually engage in this conversation. So go do your homework and then come back, Riley. And when you come back, I'll let you right back up. So yeah, we're going to move on to our next guest. Just if we have like completely unsubstantiated claims to the point where we actually don't know the parts in the Bible where would justify any given claim. It's just, there's
Hi, how you doing?
That can come from that. What's up? How old are you?
Hi, how you doing? I'm 19. I was born in 2004.
Nice, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think that it is wrong.
Why?
Because, gay people can't produce children. And I keep on hearing your argument. I've been listening to you for a while, and you use the infertile argument, but like the guy said previously, miracles can happen.
What if we know a miracle didn't happen?
They didn't shoot. What happened?
Yeah, what if we just knew a miracle didn't happen?
Okay. All right. I understand.
I don't get the part. Listen, when people say miracles can happen, I don't get that at all. Because no, realistically speaking, miracles don't happen. 18% of women from the age 18 to 49 live the rest of their life out with ever being able to produce offspring or had produced offspring. Then 100% of women after they go through menopause also struggle with that same concept. So yeah, miracles don't happen. What a miracle is just a medical misclassification or misdiagnosis, right? So apart from that point, right, is it wrong for me to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman that we know will never be able to produce offspring?
Well, the difference is that infertile, that's a medical condition. So if you want to say that, then you also have to go into the argument that homosexuality is wrong or that it is a medical condition.
So yeah, no, that's an irrelevant distinction between the two ideals. And then we're also not comparing infertility to homosexuality. We're comparing me as a fertile man choosing to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman. I don't have this I don't have this medical condition. I'm not infertile. I'm a fertile man that could have chose to engage in intercourse or to marry a fertile woman, but instead I chose to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman. So is that wrong for me to do? As a fertile man?
No, because it's just like wrong to be with like guys. Like,
why?
Because it's like a medical thing. Like, you're not supposed to be with them. Like, God,
yeah, why aren't you supposed to be with them?
Like, God created a man and a woman for a reason. Though.
Yeah, what's
like,
the reason?
Like, so they can produce children.
Okay, so yeah, so this would also mean it would be wrong for me to marry and engage in intercourse with an infertile woman because we wouldn't be able to produce children. Got it?
Yeah, but the woman didn't choose to be infertile.
Oh, yeah, but we're not talking about the woman. But even if we were talking about the woman and drawing an analogy between her and a gay man, the gay man doesn't choose to be gay.
And it's like a medical condition, so like...
That's an irrelevant distinction. It literally, that bears no relevance. Sure, so if I just told you that homosexuality was indeed a medical condition, would you then therefore not find it to be wrong?
Well, then if it was a medical condition, it would be wrong because it falls into like the mental illness category.
Oh, so you think it's a mental illness?
I think it possibly could go into this category. Me and my friend actually have like this debate till the end of time. And
right, so I'm just going to go ahead and end that debate right now. So the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Academy of Family Physicians, American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology all do not deem homosexuality as mental illness. In fact, there's not one institution of medicine or science that does. But if you do consider it to be a mental illness, what are like your necessary conditions for mental illness?
Well, can I just say one thing? That like so I listened to Ben Shapiro a lot, and he was saying that how like supposedly in this book called the DSM-5, which I tried doing a lot of research in, that reflects on psychiatry, that it says how like homosexuality like falls into that category.
No, the DSM-5 does not constitute homosexuality as a mental illness.
Well, it's also like
that's unironically misinformation.
But like, so for example, if the whole
can you give me a source? Wait, hold on. Give me a source on one institution of medicine or science deeming it as a mental illness. Like, go on pause and take your time and try to find one real quick. I'm interested in this because you're making this claim and substantiate it. Give me like one institution.
So Dean, can I ask you a question real quick? So is it okay if maybe you give me some time to do some research, and tomorrow if you do a live, I can log on and be able to provide that?
Kaylee, thank you so much for the $30 over Venmo. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Kaylee's in the chat. I really appreciate the $30. Yeah, man, I have no issue with that.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything else?
No, thank you. I'll make sure to come on tomorrow, though.
Sure thing, man. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. And Kaylee, I really appreciate that $30 Venmo. Thank you so much for your support. WKaylee in the chat. By the way, guys, if you do want to support me, please do consider supporting me over Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. All of them are in my bio, and that is probably the best way to support me because I get 100% of the proceeds over those platforms. But what's up, Tyler? How old are you?
17.
Okay, unfortunately, got to be 18 to be on TikTok Live. I appreciate you for coming up here. Make sure that we are adults, guys, if we are in the guest request. We're just looking for some debates, guys, and unfortunately, we do have to be adults here. Appreciate that, Tiny Diny Mark. All right, so, guys, we are moving on to our next guest right now. They are attempting to load in. Unfortunately, they aren't connecting, so we're going to go to move on to our next guest. Let's go and see what Liam has to say here, y'all. Let's go and see what Liam has to say here, y'all. All right, our next guest is loading in right now. Matey, thank you for the hearts. What's up, Liam? How old are you? Hello, Liam? L stage fright in the comment section. L stage fright in the comment section. Let's get an L stage fright in the comment section, you guys. Moving on to our next guest. Let's go to get Dalton up here. Ash, I appreciate that, Heartme. Thank you so much. Our next L stage fright for real. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm talking to D.
What's up, Dalton? How old are you? Okay, Dalton, which L stage fright. L stage fright in the comment section. L stage fright in the comment section. Keep it going. Let me see those L stage frights. Sierra, thank you so much for the $5 over Cash App. What's up, man? How old are you?
23.
23, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes.
Sweet, why?
Because I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I know not everybody does, but per my religion and my faith and my morality, I've seen multiple verses where it condemns homosexuality. 1 Corinthians 6, chapters 9 and 10, if you're homosexual, sexually immoral, etc., you will not inherit the kingdom of God.
Right. So 1 Corinthians is a mistranslation of the original Greek word arseniokai, right? So at its most literal translation, this is just condemning adultery. In fact, translations of Corinthians condemning homosexuality didn't pop up until about 1945.
So the Church of Corinth was what 1 and 2 Corinthians were for originally. They were a letter to the church.
By Paul, right? And then Paul created the word arseniokai, what add its most literal translation within the confines of Greek Roman society, which is the society in which it was written, was condemning male temple prostitution, which is just a form of adultery.
So does that not mean that sexual immorality is also considered not inheriting the kingdom of God in 1 Corinthians then?
No, I mean sexual immorality in the confines of like what? Adultery, right? Because we didn't see like consentful homosexual intercourse, right? So like it's just condemning adultery. And once again, like all of Paul's writing was in Greek Roman society, and where the only prevalence of homosexuality in which we observed was the prostitution. So anything else, man?
That's it.
All right, well, have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right. Moving on to our next guest here, chat. We're going to go to get Rob Smith up here. Let's go and see what Rob Smith has to say, y'all. Also, guys, we're so close. Also, W fucking Parker for those polls. Yo, could I get a Parker W in the chat for those polls? Let's get a Parker W going in the chat for those polls. What's up, Rob? How old are you?
I'm 19, bro.
Sweet, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think being gay is wrong for sure, bro. 100%.
Why, man?
Well, I'd actually like to just say, like, all I have to say is about, like, 5-10 words, bro.
Harrison, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. Sorry, continue.
Oh, sorry, my bad. So
Did you just bark at me?
No, you interrupted me. I got distracted, bro. I was trying to say, like,
did you just bark at me?
No, bro. I legit just said it was my dogs in the background. Sorry, I'm like at a dog shelter, like nearby down the road. So it's probably
Tracy,
that.
I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Okay, go for it.
No, so what I was trying to say, bro, right? You were birthed in for your parents, right? So if your parents were gay, then you wouldn't be alive. So case closed, bro. That's all I got to say. And that's really why being gay is wrong, theoretically, bro.
Right. Is infertility moral?
No, but infertility is
what would happen if your parents were infertile?
And being gay is wrong. So
right, wait, hold on 1 second. What would happen if your parents were infertile? Would you be here?
I wouldn't be here, man. But the thing is, they're not.
Right, so that's a logical contradiction.
Infertility can also be
that's
overcame.
A logical contradiction. That's a logical contradiction, right? So you said gay wrong because if parents gay wouldn't be here. Well, under the same inference, well, wouldn't that mean that like infertility would have to be wrong because if your parents were infertile, you wouldn't be here?
No, the thing is, infertility can actually be overcame, right? So there are possibilities we can have treatments such as like medications, surgeries, and there's also actually a chance that you can like come out of your fucking infertility.
So what about the infertility that can't be overcome?
Well, then that's just bad. That's just bad RNG, bro. It's like, man, when you like,
is it wrong?
I wouldn't really call it wrong because it's also not a
so
choice.
Then therefore this counter this objection. So this objection to my position that like it can't be overcome or can be overcome isn't really morally relevant because in a case where it can't be overcome, you still think it's wrong. Homosexuality is not a choice either.
I disagree with that, man. I disagree.
Can you choose to get a BONER to me right now?
I mean, I'd choose not to. I'm not really attracted
can you choose
to you, bro. I wouldn't say I'd personally choose to get a boner to you, to be honest.
Could you choose?
Could I choose? I probably could choose if I really wanted to. Like,
can you choose to want to?
Yeah, I could choose to want to if I really wanted to.
Also, how old did you say you were?
But I don't want to.
How old did you say you were?
I said 19.
What year were you born in?
2003. I haven't had my birthday yet.
2003.
I haven't had my birthday. It's on the 16th, November.
Unfortunately, I think I heard it. I saw that. I saw that too, chat. I heard that too, chat. We actually do have to be very, very, very careful with the guests. We have to be extremely, extremely careful with the guests, y'all. Yeah, y'all heard that too. I know. We gotta be careful with the guests, because dude, it's like every live, there's bananas going around for like the minimum age requirement, so we gotta be really careful of it. What's up, man? How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
2003. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, bro. What's up, man? How old are you? What's your age? All right. By the way, L Stage Fred in the comment section, bro. Y'all are getting chilledine today. Y'all are getting like chilledine today, because like honestly, man, I'm really scared of the bananas. So like, thank you for the confetti, Noah. Thank you so much. I'm like being very chill, calm, and cool and collected because I'm scared of the bananas. What's up, Reed? How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
2000.
What kind of math is that? What kind of math is that? 18, born in 2000? Dude, I mean, come on. This is just basic subtraction, man. What kind of math, dude? All right, we're gonna go to get our next guest up in here. Man, that math is crazy, bro. 2000 is wild. What's up, man? How old are you?
Nigger, faggot, nigger.
Dude, the guests today are just like, seriously, I've like no fucking clue what the guests are today. Dude, now listen, y'all, like, we're just looking for some debates. I'm so sad for this younger generation. Yo. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Well, dude, no, I don't believe you. I just simply don't believe you.
Wait, why don't you believe me?
Because you're not 18.
Why do you think that?
No, because I know that you're not 18.
All right, bro. I'm not gonna say being.
Oh, you graduate from high school in 2027. Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. I didn't even check his bio. I just said that because I just didn't believe him. I just didn't believe him. It seems like everyone's lying. All right, guys. The Jake Paul fan club is really coming out and attacking us today. Plushies to perfection. I appreciate that 1 cent donation over PayPal. Thank you so much, man. Dude, it's like I didn't even check his bio. I just simply didn't believe him. What is going on today? Yeah, you're 18, for sure. What's up, man? How old are you? What's your age?
I don't listen.
Jake Pauler fan club. Jake Pauler fan club. No. Dude, fetus. L fetus. L fetus in the chat. Tyler, what's your age?
18.
I don't believe you, Tyler.
3rd of September 2004.
No, I don't believe. If you were born on 3rd of September in 2004, you'd be 19. So for that reason, I'm moving on to the next guest. We have to be 18 if we're loading up into the live, you guys. We gotta be 18 if we're loading up into the live, you guys. At least 18. What's up, man? How old are you?
36.
All right. So do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I don't think it's immoral. I think it's wrong.
Okay,
it's
define wrong.
And have you heard of monkeypox?
Yeah. So what define? Can you define wrong?
And I mean, I used to work at this motel, and
define wrong.
You define wrong. Well, it's wrong in a sense that you're engaging in activities that subject yourself to vicious parasites or filth.
Like STIs and STDs?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So is heterosexual intercourse wrong? Because you can also get STIs and STDs from that.
Yeah, I understood that.
So is it wrong?
Not if you're protected.
No, but, so that's a contradiction, right? So you just said that heterosexual intercourse isn't wrong, even though that also exposes you to STIs and STDs, in the same sense that you said homosexual intercourse was wrong because it exposes you to STIs or STDs. That's a contradiction.
Yeah, there's also the case of fecal matter. And when you're dealing with that, you're looking at other forms like hepatitis. I mean, there's plenty of disease to go around for heterosexual sex, or
yeah. So the thing is yeah, there's plenty of disease to go around all of intercourse, irregardless if it's homosexual or heterosexual. Therefore, if you're saying it's wrong because of the STIs and STDs, you're gonna have to say that being straight is just as wrong as being gay under your worldview.
Yeah, but I also don't think that it's. I mean, I think it's moral if you love somebody, but the whole thing is
homosexual individuals are just as capable of loving people as heterosexual individuals are.
I also think that in the future, we'll find that we have nuclear processes in our bodies, and we're subjecting places that don't need some of those certain nuclear processes to take place.
Do you have a degree in YAP? Do you have a degree in yapology? Because nothing of what you just said was confluent or congruent at all. Yapping at this point. Why is being gay wrong or immoral?
Well, I mean, also, you're not going to get a clear answer on that if you look it up. But
I appreciate the lifestyle. Why is it wrong?
Hold on. You cut me off.
Because you're yapping.
Hold on, I'm not yapping. I'm not.
You are yapping. You just talked about nuclear processes and yapology. Why is it wrong?
You're subjecting yourself, increasing risk of prostate cancer.
Oh my God! Yeah, just like you subject yourself to the increased risk of what is the cancer within women? I forget the name of it. It's
HPV. But
no, there's a specific form of cancer. I just forget the name of it. Then also not to mention, cervical to cervical cancer, and then also just STIs and STDs that are at higher rates within heterosexual individuals, such as HPV or syphilis.
But I mean, I was just giving you something to debate with, but
it seems as if it's contradictory logic, because if you were to hold to if you were saying this action is wrong because it increases your risk for given cancer or disease, well, we see this same risk prevalent within heterosexual intercourse as well. So my question to you is, do you think being straight's wrong?
No.
So therefore, you have contradictory logic.
I don't. I mean, I answered why is being gay wrong.
But that same reason that you said it's wrong to be gay could be applied to being straight.
No, I don't have anything else to say. I was just giving you a reason why.
Okay, moving on to the next guest. Yeah, let's get an L guest. Let's get an L contradiction in the chat. Let's get an L contradiction in the chat, you guys. Let's get an L contradiction in the chat. Shay, I appreciate the ICU. Thank you so much. Let's get an L contradiction in the chat, y'all. L contradiction. What's up, man? How old are you?
I am 20 years old, Dean. Sorry I stuttered there. 2003, September 25th, 2003.
You're good, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
So I do think being gay is wrong or immoral.
Why?
And Dean, I have one quick question for you. So I had looked up Leviticus 18. Sorry, dude, my dogs are gonna bark. I'm just gonna hop off. I won't do this to you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. W dogs. All right, moving on to our next guest, Will, y'all. Also, guys, let's make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen, y'all. Let's try to get up to 250,000 likes here, chat. What's up, Will? How old are you? L stage friend in the comment section, y'all. And guys, make sure we're sharing the live out to a couple friends right now. Let's share this live out to a couple friends right now, you guys. What's up, Caleb? What is your age?
I am 20, April 4th.
All right. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Based on biblical evidence.
Oh, what's your religion?
I am. I actually practice the Bible.
Very nice. Which verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality? You can't talk when you're on pause? Yeah, bro has to Google his religion. We know when people are Googling because they just go on pause and then they stop talking. I don't know what he's Googling, but I guess we'll just go ahead and play some elevator music in the background while we wait.
Hello?
Hello, welcome back. So which verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality?
Leviticus 20:13.
Oh, so you hold to Levitican law?
I hold to Old Testament and New Testament.
All right, so you think that slavery is okay?
Where does it say slavery is okay in
Leviticus 25.
And what religion are you? May I ask? I'm just.
I don't abide by a religion. But Leviticus 25 says that slavery is okay. So when you say that you think that, one second. So when you're like being gay bad because Leviticus says so, but then you're like, so that slavery wrong, even though Leviticus says it's okay. You have a logical contradiction in the sense that you are not abiding by the moral code set by this precedent within Leviticus. So you are a cherry picker. You have this fallacious logic, and you seem to have a misconstrued worldview. You more so seem to use the words within the Bible to attempt to justify your predisposed preferences or prejudice as compared to actually building your beliefs.
Hey, Dean, I have a quick question. In the first book of the Bible, who was created? Who were the first two humans created?
Adam and Eve.
Was it Adam and Steve or Adam and Eve?
Well, I mean, by the Bible, it was Adam and Eve, but we also
why were they created? Why were they created?
Caleb, I'm gonna go ahead and so we know that Adam and Steve.
They were created to populate the earth. Correct.
Right. So I have two responses
Adam
to this.
And Steve.
Right. So God didn't create. Oh my God. God didn't create Adam and Steve, but he also didn't create Adam and Eve. Orion, one of the most prolific Christian. Okay, Caleb, I'm gonna finish. So, put a muzzle on it, or I'm gonna put a muzzle on it for you. So, anyways, God did not create Adam and Steve, but in the same sense, he didn't create Adam and Eve. Orion, one of the most prolific Christian theologians of all time, is like, oh, that's all fictitious. It's a parable. It's a story. Same thing with Saint Augustine in his book City of God. It's like all fictitious. It's just fake. It's a story. Not to mention, if you do accept, Adam and Eve as historical recount of events, you'd have to believe that the earth is like 5,000 years old, because the genealogy from Adam to Jesus laid out in Genesis is about 3,000 years, and then from Jesus to us is another 2,000 years. So my question to you is, do you think that the earth is 5,000 years old?
My question to you is,
can you answer? No, answer. Woof, answer.
I believe it's minimum 2,000 years old. I don't believe anything more than what I have personally read from the Bible.
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Right. Listen. If you think the earth is 2,000, if you think the earth is like 2,000 years old, you obviously have an extremely deluded worldview.
Wait,
we've shown time. Okay, dude. Woof! Muzzle on it, because you continue to interrupt. Yeah, you have an extremely deluded worldview. The world is obviously is obviously much older than that. It's upward of about 4.8 billion years old. Well, we have, justified this from independent third-party carbon dating, the study of tectonic plate movement, the study of sedimentary rock layering, this is obviously not the case. Fossils. We actually have, books and artifacts from ancient civilization that are older than 40,000 years old. So, deluded worldview, Caleb.
All right, I have a quick question. What I was trying to ask you before, I got muted, is how many Greek manuscripts were there of the Bible?
Oh, what, like 7.2 thousand?
Yeah, and let me ask you, what other book that old has that many different manuscripts?
Yeah, we see about 12,000 for the Quran.
The Quran, exactly. And guess what? They're more strict on this than Christians.
Yeah, wait. Who cares? Because you couldn't give me a verse in the Bible that condemns homosexuality.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Caleb, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and respond.
I have it on.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and respond. Caleb, I'm gonna go ahead and respond.
Dude, I'm right here, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and respond. Thank you so much for the hand arts. Well, who cares? Because you've already cherry picked verses out of your own Bible.
I'm not cherry picking.
Oh my God, Caleb. Muzzle.
Listen,
stop speaking. Okay?
Bro.
Thank you. Katie, I appreciate the rose. You've already showed us that you've been incapable of providing us a verse within the Bible that deems homosexuality as immoral. You attempted to give one from Leviticus.
You're not letting me.
Oh my God, Caleb! Muzzle! Stop speaking! You've been unable to give us a verse from the Bible that would deem homosexuality as immoral.
You're not letting me
Oh my God, stop speaking!
Yeah, let me give
Muzzle
you a
on
verse.
it! Stop speaking!
Oh my gosh.
Forced muzzle on it. Anyways, you've been unable to give us a verse from the Bible that condemns homosexuality without contradicting your own worldview or cherry-picking out of the Bible and acting in a fallacious manner. Sophia, I appreciate the $10 over Venmo. W Sophia in the chat, and I'll continue to do that. Also, not to mention, your second argument about Adam and Eve was shown to be completely dog shit because not one Christian theologian agrees with you on the fact that that was actual historical recount of events, and then you also did accept the notion that the earth is like 2,000 years old. So another diluted worldview. But let's see, what's your next verse? Why is homosexuality immoral, and where does it tell us this within the Bible?
First off, I said it's wrong, and when I was trying to say another Bible verse is, what does a man do? What does the Bible say a man does? He leaves his parents, and he goes and becomes one with his wife. And what is the definition of wife?
Thank you for that, a mustache. Where does it say this?
Where this says? I have it on my I have it on my other slide because I can't have it on the same screen. Whatever.
I mean, you could just ask me. I could tell you.
In Matthew 19:4-5, it says that he made male and female. All right, and then there's other Bible verses that clearly state that the man leaves his parents and becomes one with his wife, which is a female. All right, it doesn't say he becomes one with his boyfriend. It says
right. So we don't see it say anywhere. So the two verses in which you're referencing is going to be marked.
I stated Matthew. I said Matthew 9.
Right. So the two verses in which you mentioned, we have Matthew, and then we also have Corinthians. And neither of these verses does it say a man can only be with a woman, or marriage is only between a man and a woman. Right. It just gives an example of a precedent as laid out by God, and it does not explicitly state that it's only for them, or that it is immoral outside of those confines. I'm enjoying this music.
Another Bible verse. 1 Corinthians 6:9. What does it say? I want you to pull it up and read out loud the whole verse.
I don't even need to pull it out. It says that homosexuality or man on man is immoral. But if you know the original Greek verbiage used within Corinthians, Paul uses the word arseniokai.
How do you know the original version?
Because you could read it online. Paul uses the word arseniokai, and arseniokai, at its most literal translation, does not condemn homosexuality. It's more so condemning, one second, the male temple prostitution or adultery and what we saw in Greek Roman society. In fact, translations of the Bible condemning homosexuality within Corinthians only started to pop up in 1946.
Okay, can I now talk? Because this has been 80% you talking, 20% me. All right. What I'm trying to say here is there's over 5,000, over 7,000 manuscripts of just Greek. All right, there's more than that other worldwide.
That's a lie. The manuscripts that you do, no, that's a big lie. Most of the manuscripts are Hebrew. That's a lie. Most of the manuscripts are Hebrew.
It says the same thing.
Not at all.
What they do here, yes, it does.
So then, please tell me why in Leviticus 18:22, the New King James Version says that they should be put to death, but then in other translations it doesn't say anything about them being put to death. Or tell me why there's discrepancies within Genesis 2, or tell me why multiple
because nowadays people change. People change the scriptures because they have to change at least a certain amount of words. So they can actually make their own version.
Oh wait, no, that's just a lie, right? So
no, it's not.
Well, yeah, no, define arseniokai.
Hold up.
No, that's just a lie. That's just like unironically misinformation. That's just a lie. So when you said it, they use the same words just translated into English. No, that's just a lie. So the original word used within Corinthians written by Paul was arseniokai. Arsen means man, okai means bed. So the literal translation of it is man bed. And man bed in reference to Greek Roman society would have been the male temple prostitution, in which we observed, right? And the justification for this would be the Roman lexicon. It would be the laws stating that marriage is only between a man and a woman, and sexual relations are only within the confines of marriage, and consent didn't exist. The man pretty much just used the woman at his will within the context of marriage. And the only form of male-on-male intercourse in which we observed in society was prostitution, right? And that's wrong not because it's man-on-man, but it's rather wrong because that's prostitution.
Okay, I have a quick question. Where in the Bible does it talk about a gay couple being moral? Or where?
Where in the Bible does it talk about this MacBook being moral? Or where in the Bible does it talk about this necklace being moral? Or these headphones or TikTok? So for something to be moral, one second, I'm gonna go ahead and finish by answering your question. For something to be moral, it doesn't have to explicitly say so in the Bible, right? What is immoral is what is explicitly stated in the Bible. Anything else? We are absolutely vibing today. We're absolutely vibing today. Let's see if Caleb has anything else. He's trying so hard, y'all. Guys, he's trying so hard. He's really trying. I mean, I gotta give it to him. He is trying. He's really fucking trying. The crickets are crazy though. I'll give it to him. Like A for effort.
Hey,
for
listen. All I'm trying to say is I grew up a Christian my whole life. I went to church my whole life, and
I went to church more than you.
No, that's not true. I know that for a fact.
I went 4 times a week.
English is not my first language. All right. I'm not from here. I'm Romanian. I'm from Eastern Europe. All right. So that's why I'm. But listen here. What I'm trying to state here is it's a sin. But the Bible does say all sins are forgiven except for one.
You don't have any justification for the notion that it's a sin.
And so
you don't have any justification for the notion that it's a sin.
Oh my gosh,
you don't have any justification for the notion that it's a sin.
Oh my gosh, bro.
No, justify the notion that it's even a sin to begin with.
It is.
Justify that.
I can't because you keep muting me, my guy.
No, Caleb, I'm not muting you right now, and I've only muted you because you need it. As soon as I start
saying something, you're gonna mute me.
Justify the notion that it's a sin.
The Bible clearly states many times over, but you... No, it does.
Roasted, I appreciate the $5.
You're not gonna let me start saying any Bible verse, that's why you can't.
What Bible verse clearly states that?
1 Corinthians 6:9. You can't use the translation as an excuse because
it's not an excuse. It's the most literal interpretation of the Bible.
It leads to the same translation.
It's the most literal translation. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, then what's the original Greek word they use?
That means you're not a true
Christian. No, what's the original Greek word they use? Okay, so no, if you know about this, you were saying that it leads to the same translation. Yeah, what is the original Greek word in which they use?
I'm not Greek. I haven't searched it up, but I know. I've read many
you have no clue.
translations in English.
You have no clue. You have absolutely no clue. You have absolutely no clue. See, that's the thing. You're making an unjustified statement when you say they yield the same result, like the English word is the same as the Greek word, but you don't have any justification for that notion, and on top of that, you don't even know the Greek word. And what I am telling you is I do, right? I have read the Hebrew version of the Old Testament, and I have read the Greek version of the New Testament. And this is not anything that is controversial. This is not any weird claim that I'm making. This is something that you can actually go online and read as well. So please go online and read 1 Corinthians 6-9 and denote the part of arseniokai being denoted as a sexual immorality, and then look up the definition of arseniokai. Within the Greek language, arsen means man, okai means bed, and man bed within the confines of Greek Roman society, which is where it was written, is condemning this male form of prostitution. You don't know anything about the Bible. You don't know anything about the original translations of the Bible. You don't know anything about the society in which it was written. You don't know anything about the Roman lexicon. You don't know anything about how, marriage, prostitution, or this form of consent worked within Roman society. You don't know anything about the context. All you know is what you read on this translation of the Bible that was written after 1946 in the English language that states that homosexuality is wrong, right? And I'm giving you so much education, and he just left. I mean, I was just trying to help homie out. I was trying to help homie out. I was trying to give him an education on his own religion. But he ran. Homie ran. So we're gonna go on and move on to our next guest at this point. Persephone, I appreciate the hand arts. Thank you so much. So y'all, make sure we're tippity tapping away on that phone screen. We're so close to 300,000 likes, y'all. And also make sure to share the live out with a couple of friends here, you guys. Matt, I appreciate that live star. You know what? At this point, guys, I'm just offering free education to some of these people. I'm offering fucking free education. I'm Dean the Professor now. Now our next guest is loading up in here. Dean the Professor. Can I get a Dean the Professor W in the chat? All right, Zod's not loading in, so we are going to move on to our next guest, Professor Dean. Professor Dean. Apparently that's what I am, so that's fun. All right, moving on to our next guest here, chat. They're loading in right now, y'all. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 23. I was born in 2000.
Jordan, thank you for that boo. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
So first of all, let me start off. I don't think it's wrong. But
unfortunately, I am only talking to individuals that do you think it's wrong. Appreciate you for coming up here, though. Have a good rest of your day, man. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here. But by the way, guys, make sure if we are in the guest request that we do think it's wrong. What's up, man? How old are you? Oh, nope, absolutely not. Moving on to our next guest here, chat. By the way, in the meantime, y'all, make sure we're tippity tap tapping away in that phone screen, y'all. We're gonna go to get our next guest up in here right now. Yeah, class is in session. That's right, Ashley. All right. What's up, man? How old are you?
20.
Sweet, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, but if you're going to get mad at people for interrupting, then don't interrupt.
Unfortunately, I'm going to go and move on to the next guest. And if you're going to get mad at people for interrupting, then don't interrupt them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably did think it's wrong, and it was just a sad emotional play. But he just didn't want to debate me on it. What's up, man? How old are you?
18.
18, what year were you born in?
2005.
All right, sweet, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think it is wrong.
Why?
Because it states in Leviticus 18:22 that you shall not lie with a man as you lie with a woman.
What does Leviticus 18:1-3 say?
I have no clue.
Right, so Leviticus 18:1-3 states that all of Levitican law was specifically only for the ancient Israelites. So you'd have a good argument for why it would be wrong for them, but obviously we're not the ancient Israelites. So you're kind of contradicting what your own God says in Leviticus 18:1-3 by applying that in the context of modern day society. Anything else?
So I have a question of why you think it's okay to make the Bible fit your agenda.
No, this isn't making the Bible fit in my agenda. This is quite literally me just reading the Bible. That's why I asked you if you could read it online, Leviticus 18:1-3. You could read it. In fact, do you want to read it for us all?
I think
no, this isn't me making anything fit my agenda. Read it for the class. Come on.
If you really want to read it, you can read it yourself, bro.
No, you accused me of like making it fit my agenda. So no, it's just the actual text in the Bible. Do you want to read it?
I've just been sitting in here for a while, and it's kind of you're putting it in your own way and not.
Yeah. So again, this is why I continue to ask you to actually read it, because I'm not putting it in my own way. It's what the Bible unironically says. So.
You have a nice day, man.
All right, moving on to our next guest here, chat. Let's go and see what our next guest, Dre's, has to say here, y'all. We're gonna, that's what I thought. What's up, man? How old are you? What's your age?
19.
Okay, he was real muffled. I think he said he was 19, so he was probably good, but he was just real muffled. So we're gonna go ahead and get our next guest in here. By the way, guys, if this button right here is red, make sure to hit that shit and make it go white. Hit that follow button, baby. What's up, man? How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes.
Why?
Because it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
It was neither of them. And I'm going to go ahead and do one non-theistic argument here, because that's all that we've been doing for about the last hour. I feel like people that say that got to be trolling, you know what I mean? We're just going to get like one non-theistic argument, because we've just been doing them for about an hour, so... Yeah, and plus, yeah, we're gonna get like one secular argument, hopefully. There comes a time where people just repeating the same thing, even though the individual before them said that, and they got absolutely like intellectually debunked by Dean fucking Withers, is unfortunate. What's up, Zane? How old are you? Zane, what's your age?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, go back to kindergarten, buddy. Appreciate you for coming up here. But we do got to be 18 to be on the. We do got to be 18 to be on the live here, y'all. It's the rate of the Logan. It's the rate of the Paulers. It's the rate of the Paulers. What's up, Josh? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 19.
All right, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I do actually. Yeah.
Why?
Because if you think about it, if it was right, nobody would be protesting about it. It wouldn't. People wouldn't have to riot about it. People wouldn't be getting upset about it. People would be a lot happier, maybe.
Okay, can I give you like 10 seconds to introspect upon what you just said and to attempt to apply critical thinking skills to it?
Yeah, sounds.
Okay, so do you realize any problems with that statement?
No, not really. Can't
Okay, is it wrong to be black?
No.
Well, if you think about it, if it was right, we wouldn't have seen all the protests and the parades and the plea for social acceptance, and we wouldn't have seen the societal prejudice against it. Do you see the problem?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right, so that obviously, do I need to explain any further? Do I need to explain any further, Josh?
No, that's all good.
All right, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I just keep getting rude to people as well. Like that kind
No,
of
nothing's rude about me. Like, just absolutely, just intellectually
That's it, you
destroying your
just interrupt me
position.
again. You literally
And
interrupt
in fact, Josh,
Exactly.
like typically
I
what
get-
happens is like people come up here, they get debunked, then they get emotional and they start like pissing their pants, crying and shit. So, yeah. Seems like I did it to you. Do you have like anything else? Like why is being gay wrong or immoral?
Well, I was you keep muting me, so it's not really a debate if you have to keep muting me, innit?
Well, actually, you're right. The debate ended when I absolutely destroyed your point with like one counter objection about the societal prejudice and the fight for societal acceptance experienced by other marginalized groups of society in which we've seen.
Is that why you muted me? Yeah.
No, I muted you because you just started like being emotional and shit.
Emotional, yeah. Is that why you muted me?
So, do you have anything else?
You keep interrupting me, so.
Josh, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you have any other reason why it's wrong?
Nah, it's all good now, pal. Nah, it's all good.
All right. Well, your 5 minutes of fame are over. Appreciate you for coming up. Appreciate you for the rose. Yeah, I mean, honestly, people just kind of get butthurt. People like truly do get butthurt when they come up here, and then they just get like intellectually destroyed. They just get butthurt. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 37.
So, man, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I personally believe that it's immoral.
Why?
Because I believe that sodomy is satanic. I believe that sodomy is sexually immoral. That Jude states in Jude 1:7 that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed due to sexual immorality. In Romans,
we saw grape and assault on angels. But if you're just going to take this from like a theistic perspective, I could argue with Genesis. 1 second. If you're going to argue this from a theistic perspective, I mean, listen, I've done my fucking loops around Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis 18. God destroyed those cities because of grape and assault on angels, not sodomy. And then we also saw, like in Romans 1, this is a misinterpretation of Greek Roman society. I can go through all these verses with you all day. Yeah, how do you feel about this?
I just think it's personal perspective. I mean, personally, it's up to the individual.
So let's just go ahead and take a different perspective on this argument. So how do you know that the Bible is accurate in describing what is right and wrong?
Faith. Just have faith.
Right. So if I have faith and Stewie Griffin creating our universe through a temporal time loop, and when we all die, we all become like, like characters in Family Guy, would I be justified in holding that to be the case or evidently true?
I mean, if
like congruent with reality, would my faith justify that as being congruent with reality?
I mean, if that's what you believed.
Well, no, I'm asking, if I had faith in this, would that faith justify Stewie Griffin creating the universe to have actually occurred or being congruent with reality?
If that's what you believed.
So you're saying that Stewie Griffin did create the universe, and the justification for this is because Dean Withers believes he does?
No, I was just like speaking like out of semantics, like if
Stokey, listen. Is it a justified belief to say that Stewie Griffin created the universe, and the only form of evidence or justification I have for this is my own personal faith?
No, because we don't base our faith off of Stewie Griffin.
Exactly. Well, see, I do. And there's no difference between my faith in Stewie Griffin and your faith in the Christian God. So what you just told me is that faith is not a form of justification because faith isn't truth tracking. So when you say the justification for the text within the Bible being accurate as describing what is right and wrong to be faith, well, that would inherently be unjustified as well because faith isn't truth tracking. So you have an unjustified belief of the text in the Bible dictating what is right and wrong. Anything else?
No, I guess. I mean, I don't know, what kind of answers are you looking for? Are you just trying to
Well, I'm just looking for intellectual ones.
I mean, I personally
what do you want me to say? I'm looking for intellectual answers. So do you have anything else? Do you have any other reason why the text in the Bible may be accurate in describing what's right and wrong, or any other reason why being gay may be wrong or immoral?
I mean, I would just go against like morally what I believe.
Yeah, but you have no good reason to believe in what you believe in. It's just your
I
preference.
definitely do. It's valid. God's real.
Yeah, how? Prove it.
I mean, it's not up to me to prove it. It's up to you to see.
Yeah, it is. You're saying gay wrong because God's real, so justify the notion that God's real.
Well, justify the notion that being gay is right.
Okay, yeah, there's no moral ramifications of it.
I mean, for you, are you homosexual? Are you bisexual? Why?
Because I was born with the biological predispositions for being heterosexual.
Yeah, so if, like, you wouldn't, just because of that reason, it's a choice. Being gay is a choice. Like, we choose to be gay. It's a choice.
Yeah, can you choose to be sexually attracted to me right now? Aroused?
If I wanted to, yes.
Can you choose to want to?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Can you choose to be sexually aroused by your mother?
Like anything in life that we do is based off of
could you choose to get a BONER right now to your mother?
If I wanted to, yes.
Can you choose to get a BONER to a 3-year-old toddler right now?
No, I'm not going to choose that.
Right. So we can't choose our sexual attractions. So this would denote the fact that gay people didn't choose that they're gay because you can't choose your sexual attractions.
I mean, that's just your opinions. My opinion.
No, it's not. No, not at all. Because you don't have any justification for your opinion. Then even
you don't have any justification for yours.
Oh, I don't have any justification for not being able to choose your sexuality?
On the same notion.
Okay, really? Do you want to wait? Hold up. I don't have any justification for the notion that you can't choose your sexuality. Okay, he just left, but I'm just gonna go ahead and call his bluff real quick. So yeah, here we see an article called "Orientation and the Size of the Anterior Commissure in the Human Brain," and this is basically like academic research that denotes correlations between the size of the anterior commissure in the human brain and one's sexual orientation, which would basically denote a biological predisposition for the sexual orientation, right? And this is also backed by the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research. This is backed by the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts. It's backed by the Center for Chronology at UCLA. And there's like relentless ends of research done on this. So anyways, there's my justification. We are going to go to move on to our next guest. Let's go and see what Jacob has to say, yo. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Sweet. Can you turn that TV off?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right, sweet, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I do.
Okay, why?
Because it says it in the Bible.
My God. What verse?
I don't know exactly the verse because I don't read the Bible every day. But
all right, Jacob, go do your homework. Leviticus 18:22. Leviticus 20. 1 second.
I mean,
do 1 second. One second. 1 second, Jacob. So yeah, if you're gonna debate and say that it says it's wrong in the Bible, but then you don't know where it says or what it says, right? So this is obviously like some display of ignorance to a certain extent. So do your homework before you come in here and debate. Go read Leviticus 18:23. Go read Leviticus 20:13. Go read Genesis 18. Go read Romans. Go read Corinthians 1 Corinthians 6-9, and go read 1 Timothy. As soon as you read those and you can come back here and actually give me verses, I can debate with you. But when you just say it says it's wrong in the Bible, but then you're like, oh, I don't know what it says or where it says it, that's just a very weak position. So anyways, moving on to our next guest at this point here, chat. And also, guys, make sure we're tapping away in that phone screen. Trav, I appreciate that, boo. Thank you so much. My live is really glitching at the moment, you guys. I don't have access to a lot of, I can't really kick guests at the moment. So, I mean, we're going to see how that goes. It's just some kind of glitch in my live. And like all my icons on my screen are gone, so I don't know what's going on with that. What's up? How old are you? Will, thank you so much for the $5 over Venmo. How old are you? Jacko? Okay, wait, I got the option back to kick him. All right, moving on to our next guest. Let's go ahead and see what Jack Taylor has to say here, chat. By the way, y'all, guys, hit that follow button if you haven't already. Let's start tapping on that screen as well. Let's try to get up to 400,000 likes. What's up, Jack? How old are you?
18.
18, what year were you born in?
2000.
Yeah, that's terrible math, Jack.
Yeah, I know.
All right, moving on to our next guest. Let's go and see what Luke has to say. Yo, Elfetus in the chat, bro. Elfetus in the chat, bro. Oh my God. The math is, wow. I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys. Dude, everyone that's came up today has been a theist. Literally everyone is like, Bible says gay wrong. Like every single person. I think we've maybe had one or two that haven't. Space, I appreciate the rose. Everyone's like Bible. You know what I mean? I'm kind of getting tired of just repeating myself to each and every one of these individuals. I think we're going to start taking a different approach on the topic. But anyways, guys, also y'all, what's up, Josh? Give me one moment. If you guys are considering donating, please do consider donating over Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. All of them are in my bios. For all of them, I'll get a notification at the top of my screen. I'll give you a shout out, and it's greatly appreciated. What's up, Josh? How old are you?
19.
All right, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I just have a question. I'm confused. What is your opinion on it?
It's not wrong or immoral. So what is your opinion? Do you think it's wrong or immoral?
I don't think it is, no.
Very nice, Josh. Well, thank you so much for coming up. All right, we're going to move on to our next guest. Let's go and see what Toby has to say, chat. Our next guest is loading in right now. What's up, Toby? How old are you?
Oh, I am 21.
Very nice. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, I was just coming on here to make fun of these uneducated Christians. That was all.
Valid. W guess in the comment section. Very valid. Very valid. W guess in the comment section. Incredibly valid guess. Incredibly valid take from the guests. Fucking. What's up, man? How old are you? All right. L stage fright. He is not present. Homie is not present. We're still just trying to get the debate going. Also, guys, the stream's going a bit slower today, but that's all right because it's a first day back on the account. Gabby, hello. What's your age?
Hi.
Hello. What's your age?
I'm 19.
All right. Very nice, Gabby. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral? Okay. I'm just gonna assume that they're probably a troll of some sorts because they just started laughing as soon as I asked them the question. So we are gonna move on. What's up, Jacob? Oh, wait, you were just in here. Did you do your research?
I did, actually.
Okay, so which verse in the Christian Bible condemns homosexuality?
I was trying to say that gayness is wrong because I believe it is.
Yeah, why do you believe it is?
Because it goes against how I feel.
Okay, well, that doesn't seem like ample justification to assert prejudice.
When you ask people how they feel sexually attracted to you.
Yeah, well, what would, justify this? What would justify this notion? It's wrong because it goes against the way how you feel. You're just describing prejudice. This is like the same argumentation style used by YT supremacists. What's up?
So basically you're telling me that I can't feel the way I feel?
No, you're just unjustified in feeling the way you feel. You have no good reason to feel the way you feel.
You feel about gayness.
Yeah, because I have ample justification for it.
Right, but then everybody else who comes up here to debate you does not agree with you. So obviously something you're doing is wrong.
Okay, so why do you feel the way you feel?
Because I feel the way I feel about
So you're just describing prejudice.
Yes, basically.
Okay, so yeah, this is the same form of argumentation style used by YT supremacists.
Right,
you're
but
just describing homophobia.
If they can be sexually attracted to you, like that's a choice. But if you're not gay, then how could you be sexually attracted to somebody?
I don't understand your question, Jacob.
I just said it to you. What do you mean you don't
Well, how many continents are there?
7.
Can you name them?
Africa, Asia, North America, South America, Europe.
That's what I thought, Jacob. Have a fantastic rest of your day. All right, that's what I thought. He's like gay wrong because homophobia. That's probably the craziest. That's probably the craziest position I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, Aaron? How old are you?
30.
30, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I've been listening for a while, and I think there's one circumstance I'd like to ask. And just from the perspective of humanity as a whole, what would happen if everybody in the world was gay?
Well, under a realistic notion, we'd probably see a huge increase in the use of surrogacy and IVF, as well as dependency on bisexual individuals. But on an on a non-realistic notion, everyone would just turn into bones.
Yeah, so it would be like the end of humanity. I'm just being totally like devil's advocate right now and just getting your opinion because you have really good insight. So
nice, man. Unfortunately, I don't engage with devil's advocate on here. I try to talk to individuals that do actually find it to be wrong, but you already kind of popped open the can, so I'll go ahead and respond to it. Is it wrong to be infertile?
No.
No Name, I appreciate the hand arts. If everyone was infertile, we'd see the same outcome.
Totally.
Appreciate you for coming up, Aaron. Have a good rest of your day. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest, Dev, up in here, y'all. Also, everybody start tapping away on that phone screen. Let's see some W's in that chat, bro. Share the live out to a couple friends. Let's try to get this shit fucking bumping. First day back on the main account, baby. Let's go, y'all. Also, I appreciate everyone's insane support tonight. Blue, I appreciate that ice cream, but we are going to go ahead and get our next guest up in here right now, you guys. Let's go and see what Will Watson has to say. Jack, thank you so much for that $5 Venmo, brother. I really appreciate it. Let's see some W Jacks in the comment section. And Die, thank you so much for the Galaxy, Die. Good to see you. What's up, Will? How old are you? Okay, L Stage Fright. He was quite literally, thank you for the hand arts. He was quite literally sitting there and tapping away on his phone. And we could hear him clicking the buttons, but he didn't know how to use his voice. And also, guys, if you do want to support me, please do keep in mind that the very, very, very best way of supporting me is by my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo. All of them are in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds over those platforms. What's up, Peter? How old are you? Hello, Peter. What's 32. Your age? Are you driving, Peter?
32. Yeah.
Homie is driving. I know the car mic when I hear it. Yeah, well, I know the car mic when I hear it. You guys know what I mean. It's that weird, like, it's staticky sound. What's up, Garrett? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 17.
Okay, unfortunately got to be 18 to be on TikTok Lives, but I do appreciate you for coming up. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest, Aiden, in here. And Rachel, thank you so much for the $15 Venmo, Rachel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, our next guest is loading in, but real quick in the meantime here, guys, how have y'all been feeling? Connor, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. Let's see some W Connors and some W Rachels in the chat right now. Let's see some W Connors and some W Rachels in the chat right now, you guys. All right, our next guest is attempting to connect here. All right, Matt is not connecting. Moving on to the next guest. By the way, I'm happy with this stream, y'all. This is our first day back. I'm happy with it. It may take a little bit of time to kind of get back into the algorithm. No way, someone in my chat just asked who Parker is. It's crazy. What's up, Will? What's your age? The homie is in the bathroom. Homie is on the toilet. Wow. Homie is like, wow. Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. What's up, Brian? What's your age?
What's up, bro? How you living, man? How you doing?
Ali, I appreciate that live star. I'm doing all right. What's your age, homie?
41, actually.
Very nice. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Not necessarily. I mean, sure, yeah, it's wrong as hell. Like dude said, if everybody was gay, then we'd be bones. And no, man, it's short life. Do what you want to do. Just wanted to say, appreciate your fucking your shout outs on everybody, and man, you're really great. And hey, can I ask one question? When I was your age, I rocked the tank top too. Is that part of just like your outfit, or is that just that's epic?
Savannah, thank you for the hearts. Well, I kind of just wore them when I started going live, and now it's a part of like the brand identity. So now I intentionally put one on every single day before I go live.
Okay, all right, that's great. And then okay.
Appreciate you for coming up, though, Brian. Unfortunately, we are just looking for some debates. But yeah, W guest, the guy had a good vibe. I couldn't tell at first because he started talking about if everyone was gay, it would be this. But W guest, let's see a W guest in the comment section. Let's see a W guest in the comment section. Let's Elf Fetus in the comment section. Elf Fetus, appreciate you for that cowboy hat, Ali. Thank you so much. Good to see you, by the way, Ali. Elf Fetus in the chat for whatever that was. Oh my God. All right, moving on to our next guest here in the chat. We are moving on. Alrighty, you guys. Savannah, thank you so much for the hand arts. It's good to see you, by the way, Savannah. What's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up?
What's your age?
I'm actually 29. Dean, I just wanted to say, man, I love your videos, dude. I was just coming in here to say I love it. I fully support what you do. I think you and Parker are fucking awesome for it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And Sarah, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. But yo, W fucking guests in the comment section right now. I appreciate you for coming up, man. W guests, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. And let's see some Sarah W's as well for that $5 Venmo. I appreciate it. You guys, like, unironically, y'all's support makes me able to do what I do. And I just want to make it very known that I appreciate every single one of you. And Maddie, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Hello.
Josh with the Galaxy as well. Thank you so much.
Hello.
W Josh. What's up, man? How old are you?
I am 19 years of age.
Rose?
What?
It's been a while, Rose.
I have some strong opinions.
What are your opinions?
So, Jesus came to me in a dream and he said, I must get rid of them.
What?
He came to me in a dream and he said, I must get rid of them. They are
Get rid of
affecting
who?
humanity.
Get rid of who?
The homosexuals.
Rose. They're probably my longest time troll. They've been up and on here. I haven't talked to them in a while. I haven't talked to them in a while, but they've been coming around for months. What's up? How old are you?
18.
Very nice, Lex. Thank you for the hand arts. And Connor, thank you so much for the $10 over Venmo. Thank you so much, man. Sweet. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No, I just wanted to say I appreciate all the opinions and how.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for cutting you off. I really do appreciate you for coming up. W guest in the comment section. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. W guest,
hello.
what's up? How old are you?
19.
19. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral? Thank you for the hands.
Yeah, because Jesus don't like the gays, so neither do I.
Yeah, how do you know that Jesus doesn't like gay individuals?
Because the church says it.
Yeah, Ernest, thank you for a live star. How do you know what the church says is true?
Because it's Jesus, so it is true.
Well, okay, which verse in the Christian Bible tells us that homosexuality is wrong?
What's that guy called?
I heard the giggle. Chat. All right, moving on to our next guest. We're just looking for some debates, y'all. Come on. We're just looking for some debates. Oh, guys, y'all, we're just looking for some debates. All right, Danielle isn't loading up here. Moving on to our next guest. All right, thank you so much for that boiling cauldron. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Z? How old are you?
Oh, hey, Dean. I'm 31.
Very nice. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I don't, but I have a question.
Unfortunately, I'm only talking to individuals that do. I'm so sorry. If you want to join my Discord, the link to it is in my bio. I'd be more than happy to answer your question in there. We're just trying to get a debate going. I'd be more than happy to answer your question in my Discord, and I do apologize for removing you. What's up, Joe? How old are you?
45, and I'm just wondering, have you ever actually convinced anybody?
Yes, I have.
Of the
Connor,
opposite?
thank you for $5. Do you think it's wrong or immoral?
I used to think it was wrong or immoral when I was Christian, and I believe.
Well, unfortunately, man, I'm only talking to people that do think it's wrong. We're just looking for some debates. Guys, seriously, I love you all, and thank you so much for coming up and asking questions, etc. But at the moment, we are just looking for some debates, you guys. What's up, Brad? How old are you?
I am 20.
All right, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I'm not going to answer that, but I think it's not a natural thing that humans should be.
So you do think it's wrong or immoral?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong or immoral. I'm saying it's not natural.
Yeah, define natural.
What humans have been put on the earth to do.
So this is not the definition of natural. The definition of natural is what we observe in nature, or what is like made of nature, right? So like pretty much just at
Was the human body designed to be gay?
Yeah, so we actually do observe.
It wasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish.
How do humans reproduce?
Yeah, can you, Brad? I'm gonna go ahead and like finish myself real quick. So like homosexual individuals were quite literally designed to be homosexual, right? We see this in like the confines of a lot of biological predispositions, like the size of the anterior commissure and the human brain, traits of the AI, NH3 subsection, the hypothalamus, associations on one's genetic code. We see like plenty of biological design to indicate homosexuality that started developing naturally at about 8 weeks gestation within all of us. So, I mean, if you want, I could give you academic resources on this.
No, it's okay. I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, but
Brad,
biology wouldn't work.
So, do you now accept?
Was gay.
Do you now accept the notion that homosexuals were designed to be gay?
No, they weren't.
Okay, well then how do you feel about all the literature saying otherwise?
How do humans reproduce?
They reproduce by sperm meeting an egg.
Right, and that's natural. would you say?
Of course. Well, like, are you just going to say, because listen, like two things can be true at once. So like individuals can have biological predispositions for homosexuality and be unable to like reproduce by engaging in that form of intercourse. So I feel like you're not saying so here's what you think you're saying. You think you're saying it's wrong because they weren't designed like that. Well, they quite literally were designed like that.
They weren't.
More so think you're, okay, well then how do you feel about the size of the anterior commissure having a direct correlation to sexual orientation?
I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. I'm just saying.
How do you feel about how do you feel about the specific traits of one's neurology having a correlation or a connotation within their sexual orientation? How do you feel about like dendritic density, levels of dendritic density, neurohormones, neuronic substructure, amount of neurons within the AI NH3 subsection, the hypothalamus being sexually dimorphic and having distinct and drastic differences by your sexual orientation?
What are you on about?
I'm telling you the biological design for homosexuality. I'm unironically telling you the very specific biological design for homosexuality. I'm telling you what makes someone homosexual is sexually dimorphic parts of their neurology and associations on their genetic code. This is biological design.
What, so you think it is natural?
Mars, I appreciate the cap. Of course. So do you want to know what the definition of natural is? Let's look it up together. So the definition of natural, as defined by Oxford Language, is existing in or caused by nature. Homosexuality exists in nature. We observe it in over 3,000 animal species, and we know it's caused by nature for those biological predispositions and what I just mentioned.
Right, but that doesn't prove anything, really.
Well, it proves that it's natural, because it meets the criteria for being natural.
But that's not how humans are meant to work.
Sierra, thank you so much for the hand arts. Then why does every single institution of medicine and science disagree with you, such as the WHO, the APA, the AMA, the ES, the WPATH, the BPS, RCP, the CPA, the APS, the ESSM, the AAP, the AAFP, the ACA, and the APHA? Like... I'm sorry, we got crickets right now. Sierra, I appreciate you for the live star. Thank you so much. I guess we'll just go ahead and turn on our background music. I think he's Googling right now. Or I think he just... Oh. Never mind. He just left. He just left. Alright, moving on to our next guest. He had nothing to say. He had absolutely nothing to say, chat. Absolutely not a word. He did not have a word. Alright, we're gonna go get our next guest up in here. Oh my gosh, guys. Tonight's just going wild. He had absolutely nothing to say. What's up, Joel? How old are you? Stage fright. By the way, guys, we may hit a live restart here shortly. I don't know. I don't know if it would be smart. Would you guys say that would be like an all right thing to do? Like a feasible idea would be to restart the live stream here? Yeah? No. Just keep it going. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned about the numbers, but that's probably just because it's the first day back on the main and like literally a week and a half. What's up, Eric? What's your age? Eric, how old are you? Okay, Eric, Stage Fright. Moving on to our next guest. Yo, I love the comments that call me a yapper. I would love for someone to actually dude, guys, if you're in the guest request calling me a yapper, request to join and debate with me on me being a yapper. Like actually, like instead of just comment it, request to join and talk to me about it. Like, what's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Sweet man, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I believe it's a mental disorder.
What are the necessary conditions to AJ for something to meet to be classified as a mental disorder?
It is unnatural. You see, like when you say all the time, like oh, natural is when it happens in nature, but there's a different reason for that happening in nature. Like even in the Romans, when the Romans did it, it was a sign of respect, not romance.
I have a question here. What is your highest level of schooling?
Oh my God. I'm in college right now.
Wait, what kind of degree are you pursuing?
I'm pursuing medical sciences.
medical sciences. So I think this is interesting because there's not one institution of medicine or science that deems homosexuality as a mental disorder. There's not one medical health professional that calls it a mental disorder.
Multiple of which you have listed earlier, probably like 15, 20 minutes ago, have taken back their claims and have retracted their statements.
Right. So like the APA was the last institution in medicine or science to classify it as a mental disorder. They retracted that in 1976. And like, yeah, the APA is like, these institutions are the same. One second. These institutions are like the same ones that thought that smoking was okay, but then retracted those statements as they learned more about the subject. So like what we have seen is like societal prejudice, like enacting these institutions to call it a mental disorder, like back in the day. But as we gained a more nuanced understanding of them, like they of course retracted that in the same way they retracted the notion that it's a mental disorder. So can you actually give me like one medical institution that would classify it as a mental disorder?
I don't have the names, but I know the ones you've listed. I looked into, and their statements have been deleted from either their BuzzFeed, their blog feed, any of
no,
their
BuzzFeed and BlogFeed didn't exist before.
Their books.
Yeah, are you kidding me? The last time it was mentioned as a mental disorder was in the DSM in 1976.
You're misunderstanding me.
I think I am. So, okay, let's just go about it this way. So here's like the thing, like the only individuals that classify it as mental disorder are like people like you, the non-medical health professionals, and the individuals that don't work for these institutions of science, the individuals that don't have respective like degrees in these career paths, these individuals who haven't gone to medical school, these individuals that don't like study this. It's like the only people that call it a mental disorder are the people that don't know what a mental disorder like really is. So I think that's going to be like one point. But on the second point, like I'm willing to entertain. Give me the necessary conditions that must be met for something to be classified as a mental disorder.
Well, what you see in nature is when you have a man and a woman have sex to reproduce a child, and the way that works.
This doesn't answer my question. No, because obviously, no. Answer my question. I will get there. What necessary? No. I want a very specific answer to my question. Listen, we could go off with a whole man and woman reproduce all of that shit. That's a different argument, though. That's a whole different argument. I don't mind like talking to you about that. That's valid. That's fine. But we're first going to touch on this point that it's a mental disorder. Right? So, of course, there exists a lot of mental disorders. So please give me the necessary prerequisites or conditions that must be met for something to be classified as a mental disorder. I'm being very specific with my question, and I want a very specific answer.
Here, let's do a level playing field. You have a computer in front of you. I'll turn on my computer. I want to be respectful to you. I see a lot of the time you mute people, and I understand people talk over you. I'm going to be entirely respectful. So
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, of course. I won't. First of all, I really appreciate that. So what necessary conditions must be met in order for any given concept to be classified as a mental disorder?
Okay. Here, let me log in real quick. Okay, so
if you're gonna look it up, you're just gonna be looking at the classifications from the institution, such as like the APA. Dulcie, thank you so much for the $25 over Venmo. Mental health therapist for gays. Appreciate the $25 Venmo. If you're gonna look it up online, you're just gonna see the criteria from like the APA or the AMA. And like, if you're going to abide by the criteria set forth by the APA or the AMA, or like what's online, what's given by these institutions, well, then you'd also just have to respect the fact that these institutions do not classify homosexuality as a mental disorder. But I guess I'll still entertain it. What conditions must be met?
What classifies a mental disorder? Okay, so loading. Sorry, my internet's slow.
Don't worry. You know what?
It can't be reached. Do you mind looking it up?
No.
No?
It's your claim. Oh, this one's nice. This one's nice. We kind of got the waves going. I want something more intense. You know what? We're just gonna play some intense ass music. Oh wait, shit. Did you get them?
Let me know if you can hear me.
No, I can't hear you when you're on pause. I can't hear you when you're on pause. You know what? We're just gonna start playing my alpha top G music.
Okay. So
What classifies a mental disorder?
How are we saying? Like respectful.
What classifies a mental disorder? What necessary prerequisites must be met?
It states a dysfunction in your emotional or physical behavior.
Yeah, then how do you know homosexuality is a dysfunction?
Because it is not operating under the way that a male and female,
How do you know that that's a dysfunction?
Yes, because that is what you're put on the planet to do, going back to...
How do you know that individuals were put on the planet to operate under the confines of a male and a female relationship?
The earliest versions of life on Earth in the water, it was just reproducing via your DNA, and eventually...
We've seen homosexuality dating back all of time. We've historical and archaeological records of homosexuality within Homo sapiens sapiens. So if you're just going off of what we saw, the earliest versions of life on Earth, we've seen homosexuality for all of time.
My turn?
Go for it.
Like I said earlier, even comparing to the Romans, if we want to go back to early people, it is a sign of respect, or it is a sign of something else, like showing dominance, which sounds dumb as hell, but...
substantiate the notion that homosexual individuals did not engage in this form of same-sex intercourse as a sign of love or an expression of sexual arousal.
Okay,
substantiate the notion.
Here, let me ask a question to clarify real quick. You say, why is being gay wrong? Are we speaking romantically, or are we speaking just liking the same gender?
So this is going to be same-sex attraction or arousal. And you're saying it's wrong because you're classifying it as a mental disorder, and then your justification for it being a mental disorder is that we haven't seen it until recently, right?
That is...
Thank you for the subscription. What's your substantiation? I'm so confused.
That's not what I said.
What are you saying? I have no clue what the fuck you're saying.
Okay, so what I said was, number one, your argument is that we see it dates back in early life, early people.
That's not an argument. This is just a rebuttal to yours. Literally give me your argument.
So you're not letting me finish.
Well, I haven't made an argument. I've made no argument. I've only countered yours. So please. Yeah, why is it a mental disorder?
So you're disagreeing, and I'm explaining to you why you're incorrect.
No, I want to understand your position first. I unironically don't understand your position. Please give me your position in a very concise manner so I know why you think it's wrong.
My position is I believe that being gay is wrong because it is not natural and it is a mental disorder because it is
define natural
function.
Define natural.
Natural is how it occurs in nature and how it is meant to occur in nature.
Okay, so we see homosexuality occurring in nature in over 3,000 animal species.
Like I've stated 2 times before now, it is not in a romantic setting. It is not to reproduce.
Yes, it is.
It is meant... No, it is not.
Wait, it's not meant to reproduce, of course, but we observe homosexual relations in nature. Yes, we observe fucking bobonos living out monogamous same-sex relationships.
Yes, but when studying the brainwaves, they don't use the same romance chemical. Their dopamine is not released in the same way.
Wait, give me a source on that.
Oxford Dictionary has done a...
No, give me the source. Give me the DOI right now.
I don't have it on me.
So then your sources trust me, bro?
Okay, then you look it up.
No, you're making a claim. Substantiate your claim.
Well, you're disagreeing with me, but I'm telling you.
No, I'm asking you for the justification for your claim. You're saying that you're making a very drastic claim. Aries, you're making a very. Let me talk, please. You're making a very drastic claim. You're basically saying that in any in nature and other animals, when we see homosexuality, we don't see it as an expression of love. Or we only see it as an expression of dominance.
Hey, what's your source?
One second. Oh, actually, do you want them? Well, yes, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish. So, but this is the claim that you're making, right? So, you're saying that we don't view it as an expression of love. We just view it as an expression of dominance. And this is also the same way in which we have observed homosexuality even within human history. So please substantiate this notion. What's your source?
I can't pull up the sources right now.
Okay, so your sources trust me, bro?
Well, if you'd let me finish, I can explain to you why.
Okay, well, I'm just asking for an academic backing for your statements.
I can't give that to you because I don't have the ability to.
Why don't you have the ability to do that?
I told you, number one, my computer isn't working, my internet is slow, and if I exit out to use Safari on my phone,
Use your Safari on your phone. Use Safari on your phone. Yeah, do it.
You said you could not hear me. You said
I
I
can't
was
hear
on
you.
pause.
So go look it up. Go look it up on pause, and then write down or remember the name, and then come back and share it with us.
Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, what are we feeling? Are we feeling track 5? I'm kind of feeling track 7. This is... Fuck, we got an ad. Fuck, we got an ad. Also, I just got an ad for Zen. We're not going to talk about that. Oh! Oh, I like this. Oh! Oh! Oh, this is nice, you guys. Oh. I'm kind of feeling some like jazzy elevator music from the 70s. Let's see if we could find that. Jazzy elevator music from the 70s. Let's try this out. Cocktail Lounge, yeah. Oh. Oh, now we're talking. By the way, in the meantime, guys, while we're waiting on this guy to find his sources, hit that follow button if you haven't already. I go live literally every single day, and we're finally back on the main account. And also, if you guys are considering supporting me, please do consider supporting me over Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. All of them are in my bios. I'll give you a shout out if you do. You can even attach a message, and it'll pop up at the top of my screen. I'll give you a shout out. Then also, like, not to mention that I get 100% of the proceeds over those platforms, compared to about 30% of the proceeds here on TikTok. Oh. And he left. So unexpected. And he left. Sarah, I appreciate the $5 over Cash App. Yeah, well, that was expected. Yo, Tracy! Tracy! Thank you so much for the $20 over Cash App. You guys are nuts. Tracy and Serena, thank you guys both so very, very, very much. And for everyone saying I kicked him, what the fuck? No, I did not kick him. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest. I kicked him! No, I didn't kick him. Why would I kick him? I was jamming out to music. Do you think I wanted to... Bro. You guys fucking cope in the weirdest ways. Alright, our next guest is loading up in here. Unfortunately, they're not connecting. Yeah, no, I so obviously kicked him with, like, my telepathy. I had all of my body in frame. Mia, over what platform? I kicked him with my big toe, you guys. You're totally right. No, they're right, y'all. They're right. I kicked him with my big toe. I wrapped it around on screen and I kicked him. What's up, man? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Sweet. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I do.
Alright, why?
Well,
Jackie, thank you for the duck.
Over millions of years of evolution, the male Venus was made for the female vagina. Did you know that?
No. So, would you say that oral intercourse between a man and a woman is okay? Is that immoral?
Yes, I think that's fine, yes.
So, here's your argument. You're like, anal intercourse between a man and a man is wrong because the penis isn't made for that. But
It's
like,
not made
oral
for
intercourse between a man and a woman isn't wrong even though the penis isn't made for that under your worldview. That's a contradiction.
What'd you say?
Yeah, that's a contradiction. Thank you for that, a mustache, blindside.
The penis was made for the vagina.
Okay, well, yeah, it wasn't made for the woman's mouth. Yet you don't
Over
find that to be wrong.
millions of years of
I'm in.
evolution.
I got it. Sure, sounds good. I'm accepting. I'm internally critiquing your own worldview right now. I asked you if oral intercourse between a man and a woman was wrong because under your worldview, the penis was not made for that. However, you said it was not wrong. So this is a contradiction because you're saying that homosexual intercourse is wrong because it digresses from this natural purpose of the penis. However, oral intercourse between a man and a woman isn't wrong, even though it shares the same digression, and that's a contradiction.
Well, actually, I believe, personally, I don't engage in oral sex. I prefer vaginal.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because you said oral sex is not immoral.
Well, it sort of is. It depends.
You're all, dude, under your worldview, it shouldn't depend on anything. And like now you're just shifting the goalposts because you already told me, thank you for the paper crane, that it isn't immoral, and now you're saying that it depends. Well, under your worldview, it wouldn't depend on anything. It would digress from the natural function of the male member, therefore it would be wrong. This is the same logic that you use to attempt to justify why homosexual intercourse is wrong, right? So what we see is a logical contradiction, and a bro that can't make up his mind.
Have you ever seen two males engage in intercourse?
Hell no, I have not.
You've never seen it. Why is that?
Why? Because I am straight, and I do not have a preference to see that.
Right. So that leads me to believe that you also think it's wrong.
No, I don't think it's wrong at all. I also don't like broccoli. Is broccoli wrong because I don't eat it? No.
I just don't understand why you're advocating for
because people like you exist. That's why. People like you, just that hold these unjustified, contradictory, and very absurd prejudice against them.
No, I mean,
this form. I'm going to go ahead and finish. Because of people like you that hold these completely unsubstantiated, unjustified forms of prejudice against these marginalized group of society over this, part of humanity, such as their sexual orientation, which is something they can't control, they didn't choose, and they cannot change, and developed in a natural way, and does not harm, hurt, or affect anyone. And you think it's wrong for no reason at all.
People.
One second, Ahmed, right? And then you also just perpetuate this notion of heteronormativity without any justification. It's just weird and it's fucked up and it makes people's lives harder. So yeah, I'm definitely going to socially advocate against it.
It does make people's life harder because of the spread of disease.
Oh wow! Well, does that same spread of disease under the confines of heterosexual intercourse make that immoral too?
No.
Right? No, STIs and STDs do get spread via any form of intercourse.
Are you going to allow me to speak?
Are you going to interrupt me when I'm answering your question? You made an assertion, I start responding, you interrupt me, then get mad for me not allowing you to speak. Wait to speak until I'm done speaking. Thank you so much, Ahmed. So anyways, you said it's wrong because of the spread of STIs and STDs. Yes, we also see the spread. Okay, once again, stop interrupting me. We also see the spread of STIs and STDs under the confines of heterosexual intercourse. So if you're going to say being gay is wrong because of the STIs and STDs, you're also going to have to say that being straight's wrong because of the STIs and STDs.
Well, no, that's not true.
Of course. What's the symmetry breaker?
Well, if you look at how they have sex, just look at that for a second. It's in the rectal. Do you know what's in the rectal?
Yeah.
That's fecal holds so many pathogens. Did you know that?
So give me any academic source that says there's a higher spread of disease under homosexual relations than heterosexual relations. Also, would homosexual intercourse be permissible if they clean themselves beforehand?
Well, I mean, they don't do that.
Yeah, they do. What's a douche?
That's for vaginal.
Are you saying that they cannot be used on the anus? Yes, it can. Very much so. So now please tell me, would homosexual intercourse be immoral if they cleaned it beforehand?
Well, they don't.
Yes, they do. Under this instance, this hypothetical instance, and where they did, would it still be immoral?
I'm telling you, they don't because I've seen it.
Oh my god! Times. Oh my god, Ahmed! And this hypothetical enemas.
I've seen it multiple times on my Twitter.
Ahmed, if they were to clean, would it still be immoral?
It'd still be filthy.
So there we see that the reason in which you find it to be wrong has nothing to do with the filth of the fecal matter. So what's next? Why is it wrong?
I've seen it so many times on Twitter. It's barbaric. It's gross.
Are you looking it up? Stop.
It's just on my feed.
Why is it on your feed? It's not on my Twitter feed. I appreciate the hearts. Oh man, guys. All right, we're moving on to our next guest here, chat. Oh my, that was hilarious. That might have been the funniest thing that's ever fucking happened on my life. Oh, okay. All right, getting back into the zone here. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. Jackie, I appreciate that, boo. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and give it a moment. Also, guys, make sure we're tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes here. Let's go ahead and who's next? Let's go to get Quez up here. Oh my gosh, guys, that was iconic. That was. I gotta calm down. I need to take some deep breaths. I need to take some deep breaths. All right. Oh, what's up, man? How old are you? Jonathan, what's your age? All right, L stage fright in the comment section. L stage fright in the comment section, y'all. L stage fright. All right, we're gonna go to get Brian up here. We are gonna go to get Brian up here, you guys. All right, dude. No one's loading in. All right, Brian isn't loading in, y'all. We just got to go in and give it a second, everyone. Everyone, just be patient. We are gonna get someone up here. We are gonna get someone up in here, you guys. We just got to go in and give it a second, you guys. What's up, man? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 28.
28, sweet man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral? We can't hear you when you're on pause.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Why?
Because there's a lot of natural consequences, according to Vanderbilt Medical University.
What are the natural consequences?
STDs, suicide, depression. You can look it up. Vanderbilt Medical University. They actually propagate for depression? They actually propagate for homosexuals in the LGBTQ community, but they have an entire list of the fact that there is a higher chance of destruction towards health, biological health, and mental health of the LGBTQ community.
Right. So, I mean, first of all, let's talk about a couple things here. So the first one you denoted to do with STDs. So we're just simply going to see different STDs with higher rates in the confines of heterosexual relationships in comparison to homosexual relationships. So like it's kind of like a moot point. As far as like self-unaliving and depression goes, this is going to be like the result of societal prejudice against them. Because notions of heteronormativity and prejudice against gay individuals are perpetuated, they have like higher rates of suicide and depression. And this was like also seen during like the times of slavery. We saw like extraordinarily higher rates of suicide and depression within Black people. So it's more of like a result of like the notions in which individuals such as you push. So
yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me read them off to you because I have like from Vanderbilt itself their statistics.
Yeah, well, I mean, I believe their statistics. I fully fucking believe that gay people experience higher rates of depression and self-unaliving. But it's the reason for that isn't the fact that they're gay. The reason for that is the fact that there's societal prejudice against gay people.
Okay, so right here. So Vanderbilt Medical University.
I'm accepting everything you've told me, man. I don't need you to clarify. I don't need you to give me a source. I accept it as credible. I accept it as truth. I believe you, and I gave my explanation for it.
Yeah, so Vanderbilt Medical University says men who have sex with men continue to be at an increased risk for HIV infection.
HIV infection, of course. And then men who have sex with women continue to be at an increased risk for HPV infection. We just see different predispositions for different STIs and STDs.
But Vanderbilt University has clearly said that homosexual individuals have a higher predisposition for increased risk for HIV infection.
Alexandra, thank you so much for the $5 over Vimeo. Of course, absolutely. And Stanford University has continued to denote the fact that straight individuals have a higher increased predisposition for HPV infection. There's different ones with different rates depending upon the type of intercourse that you engage in.
Actually, that's incorrect. So Vanderbilt
HPV?
University Medical Center says gay men are at a higher risk for getting human papilloma virus HPV, which can cause anal papilloma and certain types of anal cancers. So that's
they say they're at a higher disposition for HPV?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a contradicting statistic, but there's still other ones. I could just give you one that Vanderbilt probably doesn't list, such as syphilis.
Okay, so number 3, it says gay men are at an increased risk.
Let me see it. Let me see the source. What do I look up to see this? Because are you about to say that they're at an increased risk for syphilis?
No, hepatitis. Okay. Gay men are at an increased risk for getting hepatitis, a disease of the liver. Hepatitis can cause a serious health problem.
Oh, well, yeah, once again, we just see different health problems associated with, like, different forms of intercourse. Like, we see higher rates of syphilis and higher rates of HPV. I mean, you said that we saw higher rates of HPV in homosexual intercourse. I mean, I don't know if I believe that, but it's really, like, irrelevant. No, I appreciate the roses because we see, like, syphilis, gonorrhea, forms of crabs, other forms of STIs and STDs at higher rates within straight people.
Yeah. Okay, so
there's just different rates for different things depending upon your sexuality.
Yeah, so the fourth one is this is Vanderbilt. They're also stating this: gay men abuse substances at higher rates compared to others, include poppers, amphetamines, marijuana, ecstasy, cocaine. Although these long-term effects are unknown, evidence suggests that prolonged use of substances likely have serious negative health consequences.
No, I don't doubt that. I bet gay people do abuse substances more. So substance abuse is like an unhealthy coping mechanism to deal with like unprocessed emotions. And like I'd say that generally speaking, gay individuals are going to be at a higher rate to have like these unprocessed emotions in comparison to straight individuals because of the societal prejudice against them. Like typically, like people do that when they're going through a hard time, and I'm going to say that a homosexual individual is going to be at a higher proclivity to go through like hard times than straight people, just because of the societal prejudice. So I don't really understand how anything that you've denoted would make like a good case for why it's like wrong or immoral to be gay.
Yeah, so you give me the definition of wrong.
Morally wrong.
Just any wrong. Just give me like a general definition.
Like normative wrongness, right? So something something that is like morally wrong and it's dependent upon your ethical structure, but it's just like something we shouldn't do. Something that ought not be is like it's not good. It's bad.
Something that is damaging, right?
I wouldn't necessarily classify it as damaging. Like I'd say that cheating is wrong, but if like someone never figured out that their partner is cheating, did that cheating really do any damage? No. So therefore, I don't think that that'd be a good definition. Haley, thank you for the $1 over Venmo.
Okay. So then something.
I mean, would you also under that same? Would you say that like giving birth is morally wrong?
I didn't finish my point.
Wait, would you answer though?
No, I didn't finish my point. I was leading up to a point.
All right, go ahead.
So something, according to you, something is wrong or that is normative, that's wrong, can be destructive or damaging to yourself or to other people. I've already stated 5 points where homosexual lifestyle can be more at a higher damage or destruction to the individual. So that's then, according to biological, normative, it's damaging and destructive.
That's not a normative claim. That's a descriptive claim. But anyways, sweet. Please answer my question. Is giving birth wrong?
Nope. Is it right?
Wait, why? Because under your definition, it would be, because giving birth is very damaging. One second. Listen, we're gonna have to let me finish here, right? So you just went on a whole monologue about, homosexuality being wrong because it's damaging and destructing to themselves, right? So under the same pretense, like giving birth would be wrong because it's very damaging and destructing to themselves. But you already told me that it's not wrong. But it's not. Therefore, you have a logical contradiction.
It's not typically damaging.
Oh yeah, it is. It's very much so. Very much so. Giving birth is very damaging. Oh, of course. No. It is very damaging. Giving birth damages the body. Very much so. All right, and then also, if you're talking about typically damaging, homosexual intercourse is not typically damaging. The highest like predisposition that we would see for any given like form of STI or STD would be like below 5%, and 5% would be an atypicality. So even under your definition, you're asserting that something has to be typically damaging for it to be wrong. So yeah, homosexual intercourse is not typically damaging.
Okay, let's stay on topic then. So
wait, you just asserted that something has to be typically damaging to be wrong.
Right.
It is very atypically damaging, right?
Yeah, and you did
in fact, like giving birth is going to be more typically damaging, like to a much higher degree. And he just left. Okay, I'm so happy that I had my hands up there. I didn't kick him. I'm so happy that I had my hands up there. God, guys, it annoys the shit out of me when like someone leaves like that, and then everyone is just like, "You kicked him! You kicked him! Oh God damn it! I already see them coming in. I already see them, dude. How is there people in my chat saying that I kicked him? How is there people right now in my chat saying that I kicked him? How are y'all saying that? How are you guys potentially saying that I kicked him? My hands were in frame. Like, what did I do? Did I just wrap around my toe and like just fucking, or was it like the telepathy? Like, I'm just fucking with you guys. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. All right, we're gonna move on to our next guest here, guys. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I am considering a little bit of a restart here. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Sorry, I had to send a text off. This guest is not connecting here. All right, moving on to our next guest here, chat. Just hit the damn restart. I know, I just keep like edging at the restart, but then I never do it. But Dean Vanderbilt said, I know, bro. Fucking Vanderbilt said, right? What's up, Preston? How old are you?
18.
How many continents are there?
13.
Right. Appreciate you for coming up. All right, moving on to our next guest. We're going to go and see what Gabe has to say. Sorry, I just had some inclination there, chat. I'm sorry, chat. I just had an inclination. Inclination. That would have been a waste of time. That would have been a waste of time, guys. It was an inclination. What's up, man? How old are you?
13.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, got to be 18B on TikTok Lives. Appreciate you for coming up. Yeah, my intuitions, guys. My intuitions were just telling me that conversation probably wouldn't have been worth it. What's up? How old are you? What's your age? Nice, man. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral? Oh, the chat can't hear you. The chat cannot hear you. Just look at it, see how they're all saying they can't hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna go and move on to the next guest, but I do appreciate you for coming up here. I'm sorry if the chat couldn't hear you.
No worries.
All right, he was agreeing. You know, he said it wasn't wrong, but then he was we were just chatting there. But he yeah. What's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
When was I born? Born 12.
What?
2012.
What's yeah. All right. I just okay. All right. Oh, all right. All right. Moving on to our next guest. All right. After this guest, we are going to try to hit a restart and see if it does anything for us, by the way, here, chat. After this next guest, we are going to try to hit a restart. Dying tonight, bro. Me too. What's up? They're loading up in here. All right. Ned is not connecting. All right. Moving on to our next guest. Let's go to talk to Ritzty. Yeah, restart. Yeah, we'll try it out. Then we'll be going for about another hour. We have about another hour of lives. What's up, man? What's your age? Oh, they're not connecting. Mind Reader, thank you so much for the boo. By the way, guys, we have a live battle. I want to just make it very known. We have a live battle with Parker tonight, and I really want to destroy him. I really want to fucking destroy him. Hey, man, unfortunately, you are glitched. No one besides me can hear you, so if you could politely please leave, that'd be nice. Yeah, you're glitched in TikTok. No one else can hear you except for me. I'm just gonna kind of ignore you, but I'd please ask you to kindly leave. I can't hear you, man. Hey, what's up, Vinny? How old are you? What's up, Vinny? How old are you? I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Well, can you please leave my stream? Stardust, thank you so much for the ICU. Can you please leave my stream? Okay. Well, I guess this is gonna be where we restart chat. Yeah, we have someone up here. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my headset off because he's continuing to talk, and he's just a troll, and I don't think any of you guys could hear him. So I'm just gonna take my headset off to say this real quick. Wow. Anyways, so yeah, we are gonna go ahead and hit a restart on the stream, baby. So I saw a few comments like, what time? Or thank you for the hand arts. Are we live battling Parker tonight? So right now it's about 8:30 my time. We'll probably be doing that at about 10:30ish. So just keep that in mind, but we'll talk more about it. But anyways, guys, so for all 2.1 thousand of you guys, Jesse, thank you so much for the $10 over Venmo, bro. For real, Vanderbilt did say so. Thank you so much, Jesse. I really appreciate it. For everyone, real quick, make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already, y'all. We are gonna go ahead and restart the stream real quick, and when we come back, I need all 2.1 thousand of you guys to click on my profile, count to 10, refresh my account. You'll see me live once more, and as soon as we come back, what I need every single one of y'all to do is to be tippity tapping away on that phone screen, be sharing the live with a couple friends, and we just need to boost the engagement. So we have about another hour and a half of debates here. And you guys are saying I kicked him in chat. I have no clue who you are saying that I kicked. Like, who did I fucking kick? But Scott, thank you so much for the $5 over Venmo. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Everyone, click on the account. I'm gonna hit a quick restart. When we come back, let's be tippity tapping away on that phone screen and sharing the live with a couple friends. I will see you all very, very, very shortly.